Cardinal Leo elected as new Pope. President Tinubu calls for enforcement of child protection laws. Governor Adeleke commissions fire service truck to boost emergency response system. Good evening, and we're glad to have you join us on the major reports. I am Olubumi Ajiboye Agwola. Cardinal Leo has been elected as new Pope by the College of Cardinals. Reports say cardinals agreed on Pope Francis's successor, while cheers erupted from the thousands gathered in St. Peter's Square as bells tolled across the Vatican, marking the historic moment. The identity of the new Pope until was disclosed as Pope Leo XIV after the election of the balcony of the Vatican. As senior cardinal makes the formal announcement shortly with the traditional declaration Habemus. Pope Leo XIV thereafter stepped onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica to deliver his first public greeting to the faithful. President Bola Tinubu has launched the National Action Plan on Ending Violence Against Children in Nigeria, with a call for stiff enforcement of the Child Rights Act and other child protection laws that guarantee the safety, dignity, and future of Nigerian children. The president, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, stated this during the first regional meeting of the African Pathfinder countries of the Global Alliance on Ending Violence Against Children at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, declared his administration's commitment to establishing a dedicated child protection and development agency to ensure coherent coordination of all issues relating to the Nigerian child. He outlined practical steps being taken by his administration to achieve the feat, including the establishment of a dedicated child protection and development agency, launch of the Universal Child Grant to reduce household poverty and children's vulnerability, creation of a national child protection database, and a child well-being index to track the government's progress and uphold accountability. President Tinubu assured that relevant government institutions, including the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, are armed with required training and resources to spearhead the protection of the Nigerian child across all levels of government, even as he maintained that it is a crusade for which sincerity and honesty are required. Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has commissioned 3 new fire trucks at the Osun State Fire Service headquarters to strengthen emergency response systems in the state. At the event, Governor Adeleke emphasized the commitment of the state government to the safety of lives and property for the enhancement of economic and social development. Governor's Office correspondent Oluwatobiloba Odunuga reports.
Speaking at the commissioning, Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke described the event as an important milestone in his ongoing commitment to strengthening fire safety and emergency response services in Osun State. He recalled that upon assuming office, he was alarmed by the poor state of the fire service facilities, especially considering that the last procurement of fire trucks in the state took place over 14 years ago. Governor Adeleke announced that his administration has already procured 7 modern fire trucks and 1 water tanker in addition to equipping fire officers with updated protective gear and delivering comprehensive training to enhance their professionalism and efficiency.
Today, I am proud to announce that this administration, our administration, has taken decisive steps to revive the Osun State Fire Service. We have so far procured 7 modern fire trucks and 1 water tanker to significantly boost our emergency response capacity. In addition, including protective gears to ensure our brave officers are well equipped, well prepared, and adequately protected in the line of duty.
The governor, who further emphasized his commitment to the safety of lives and property in Osun, also stressed the importance of maintenance and accountability of these facilities. He reaffirmed his pledge to deploy at least 1 fire truck to each of the 9 federal constituencies in Osun State noting that the commissioning of the 3 new trucks brings the state closer to realizing that goal.
The commissioning of these additional 3 fire trucks underscore our administration unwavering commitment to safeguarding lives and property. These assets will greatly improve responsiveness and efficiency of our fire service, giving our citizens peace of mind and renewed confidence in the system. However, beyond procurement, I must emphasize the importance of proper management and regular maintenance of these fire trucks. These trucks must be kept in optimal condition to ensure their longevity and reliability.
Earlier in his address, the Commissioner for Home Affairs, Mr. Adeleke, praised the governor for his proactive approach and support for the ministry. He noted that the addition of the fire trucks has restored morale and confidence among fire personnel, who now feel better equipped to serve the public. He added that the new trucks are fitted with modern firefighting technologies, enabling quicker response times and more effective fire suppression. The commissioner further commended the collaboration between the fire service and other emergency agencies in the state, stating that interagency coordination has improved significantly under Governor Adeleke's administration.
It's not an overstatement to conclude that this administration has played a remarkable milestone in the Osun State in the area of infrastructure in almost all the sectors.
He expressed optimism that with continued investment and stakeholder support, Osun State will emerge as a model of fire safety readiness in the country. It has been Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga reporting.
Under development, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has charged the Osun Muslim pilgrims to uphold the Omoluabi ethos, integrity, and compassion as they embark on their journey to Mecca and Medina. The governor, who stated this at the farewell ceremony for the 2025 Muslim pilgrimage, noted that each pilgrim is an ambassador of the state. Again, Governor's Office correspondent Oluwatobiloba Odunuga reports.
It was a spiritual atmosphere laced with tradition and reflection as the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, bid farewell to the 2025 batch of intended pilgrims, embarking on the sacred journey to holy lands of Mecca and Medina. In his address, Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, expressed his administration's unwavering commitment to the welfare of pilgrims, urging them to uphold the Omoluabi ethos, the cherished Yoruba value system of integrity, discipline, and communal respect. The governor will remind the pilgrims that their conduct abroad reflects not just their faith, but the image of Osun State and Nigeria at large. Described the moment as both divine and deeply symbolic. Governor Adeleke, who appreciated Almighty Allah for the privilege of witnessing another Hajj season, urged them to see the pilgrimage as more than a journey, but as a spiritual renewal rooted in worship, self-discipline, and unity.
They should be a good ambassador when they get there. They should behave very well. They should represent Osun very well. And of course, their purpose is to go there and pray. And of course, pray for our government and pray for Osun State to move forward, so that we believe that very soon, how long, not too long, Osun State shall get to that promised land.
He also seized the opportunity to reassure the Muslim community of his administration's unwavering commitment, citing ongoing projects such as the nearing completion of the Osun State Hajj camp and the approved construction of a mosque at the government house, affirming that his government support is both genuine and actionable.
Thank Almighty Allah that our government, we don't just talk. Our government is talk and do. We made a promise. Immediately we found out that we didn't even know that Osun State doesn't have a Hajj camp. I said, what? And we immediately the next day we just came over like play, I mean, chairman, and then we laid the foundation. Here we are today to thank God Almighty that it has gone to advanced stage.
In his closing remark, Governor Adeleke expressed appreciation to all religious leaders for their constant prayers and guidance, while he offered special prayers for the pilgrims, wishing them a safe journey and spiritually rewarding Hajj. Earlier in his remarks, the State Commissioner for Home Affairs, Mr. Adeleke, appreciated the good gesture and support of the governor to over 1,221 pilgrims, comprising of 694 males and 527 females. The commissioner, who also echoed the governor's message, highlighted the extensive preparation made towards the pilgrim journey, just as he lauded the governor's assistance on accommodation, feeding arrangement, and healthcare facilities, among others made available for the pilgrims.
Our pilgrims, male and female, have been provided with uniform, dress, ankara, bags, 3 pieces, ziyara, touring historical places in both Mecca and Medina, etc. Also, decent accommodation has been secured for the pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. More importantly, arrangement has been made for medical and welfare of all pupils throughout the period of hard exercise.
Also in his remarks, Chairman of Osun State Muslim Pilgrim Welfare Board, Dr. Morifi Shola, thanked the governor for his support for the board at all times. Dr. Shola described that Governor Adeleke had released funds for free drugs for the pilgrims, monetary allowance at Arafah, payment for transportation from Osogbo to Lagos, and visit to historical places in Saudi Arabia. Present at the gathering were the Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adewusi, the matriarch of the Adeleke dynasty, Yejemodupe Adeleke Soni, and other members of the State Executive Council, among others. It has been Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga reporting.
Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly, Honorable Adewale Begum, has expressed his desire to leverage on the ongoing inter-school debate competition to motivate students in secondary schools in combating social vices in their environment. Honorable Egbedo stated this while addressing participants at the ongoing inter-school debate competition as a part of the activities lined up to celebrate his 40th birthday. Parliamentary reporter Oluwatosin Oladogun has more.
In continuation of the Right Honorable Adewale Egbedo inter-school debate competition, the exercise progressed to Ilisha Zone. Since its inception, the competition has continued to provide participating students the opportunity to showcase their ability and confidence in public speaking. The debate is one of the several events organized in commemoration of the 40th birthday anniversary of Right Honorable Adewale Egbedo. The theme of the competition is Youthful and Useful. The event, which aired at Ilisha Methodist High School, and featured representatives from 6 local government areas in Ilisha Zone, such as Ilisha West, Ilisha East, Atakonsa East, Atakonsa West, Oriadi, and Nobokon. Participating schools including St. Margaret Grammar School, Ilisha, Ijebujesha Grammar School, Ijebujesha, Community Secondary School, Ikperido, Ibode Grammar School, Ibode, Ogedegwe School of Science, Ilisha, and Ibokon High School. The debate topic was social media addiction is harmful to youth. Students presented arguments both in support of and against the motion. The initiator of the program, who doubles as the Speaker of Osun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Adewale Egbedo, represented by his Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Olamide Tiamiyu, stated that the primary aims of the ongoing inter-school debate is to promote and develop communication skills that will foster educational growth and development. He added that the initiative is also intended to inspire youth students to become ambassadors against social vices and prepare them for the future responsibilities.
You don't allow social vices to distract you, so that you can join in as an ambassador against social vices in all our schools across the state.
Mr. Kainde Jayosemi, a local Inspector of Education, commended Right Honorable Adewale Egbedo for his impactful initiative and expressed optimism about its long-term benefit for students.
What we are doing today is not only a competition, but it's a celebration of style, celebration of quality, celebration of a man that has passion for education. This man is a great man, and he deserves to be given a kudo for his meaningful contribution to the growth and for the development of education in Osun State.
In an interview with OSBC News, one of the panelists, Mr. Tunde Abolanwa, also lauded the efforts of Right Honorable Adewale Egbedo in supporting youth education and empowerment.
We are now searching for the talented students among among all schools in the state. So on this very note, Mr. Speaker has helped us very greatly.
During the debate, participants critically examined the influence of social media and how addiction to it can have detrimental effects on academic performance. Points raised including issues such as examination malpractice, cyberbullying, cybercrime, intellectual listening, and distraction, all are attributed to the excessive social media use. The opposing side argued that social media is an indispensable tool that has created job opportunities, prevented road accidents through traffic updates, provided instant feedback, served as a platform for marketing, enhanced access to educational resources, enabled virtual meeting, and connected people globally. At the end of the keenly contested debate, St. Margaret Grammar School, Ilisha, emerged the winners of the Ilisha Zone. The Ijebujesha Grammar School secured second position, while Ogedegwe School of Science, Ilisha, came third. Speaking after the victory, Ms. Ifeoluwa Kayode expressed appreciation to the Right Honorable Adewale Egbedo for the opportunity and support.
Congratulate him first on his birthday that is coming, and I will thank him and appreciate him for this opportunity given to us. And I would also like to pray for him and bless him for this program that he funded for helping our students.
The highlight of the event was official announcements of all the winners from the Ilesa zone. Oluwatosin Oladokun, OSBC News.
Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Geoffrey Naji, has said 200,000 Nigerians lose their lives to foodborne illnesses every year. The minister, who spoke at the official launch of the Food Safety Operational Manual and Training of Food Safety Desk Officers in Abuja, said his ministry and agencies, especially the Nigerian Council of Food and Science and Technology, are currently strengthening their regulatory oversight across the nation, where food safety supervision is weakest. Naji, represented by the Director General of the Nigeria Building and Road Research Institute, Professor Samson Duna, stated that food safety is more than a health concern but a national security priority, development imperative and catalyst for inclusive growth in alignment with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Naji stated that statistics by the World Health Organization indicated that tainted foodborne illnesses in over 600 million people worldwide each year, resulting in 200,000 fatalities, mostly in Nigeria, and 420,000 deaths throughout sub-Saharan Africa. He, however, warned that federal government will enforce the full force of law against those who engage in the illegal and unethical activities of food contamination and adulteration. The Nigerian Air Force has reiterated its commitment to fostering national unity and protecting the territorial integrity of the nation. The Chief of Air Force, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, stated this through the Director of Air Force Research and Development Institute, Osun, Air Vice Marshal Pius Aimire, at an open day organized to celebrate the 61st anniversary of the force. Oluchi Amuda has more.
The Nigerian Air Force was established on April 18, 1964, following the passage of the Air Force Act, premised on the need for the country to have a dedicated Air Force to enhance the nation's military posture. To mark the 61st anniversary of its establishment, the force organized a program tagged Open Day, where it gives members of the public access to visit the institution and tour its facilities. It was to this regard that the Air Force Research and Development Institute, Osun, Osun State, played host to arrays of dignitaries including traditional rulers, community leaders, students, and top government functionaries, as well as leadership of sister regencies, among others, who converged on the Institute for the Open Day with the theme, Come See Your Air Force. Speaking on the motive behind the event, the Director General of Air Force Research and Development Institute, Air Vice Marshal Pius Ahimiri, who spoke on behalf of the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, noted that the initiative was born out of the need to foster stronger civil-military relations and offer Nigerians the unique opportunity to witness the inner workings of the Air Force firsthand.
Our key role is to complement the Air Force of the land and the sea forces, along with the police, to protect our country. So we protect with our air assets because we have the advantage of air power. I know the air power has so many advantages of being able to go even where the Navy cannot go or the Army can go. But together we work together as a team to protect the territorial integrity of our nation. We are coming out stronger. Here where we are is research and development. For any meaningful impact, we must encourage research and development. And so with some of the products you have seen, you can see that we are making advances. First and foremost, we are able to make things at cheaper cost. What would have cost us foreign currencies, we are doing it locally. So it will help us to spend less to get even more.
The historic nationwide event provided an avenue for the civilians to partake in guided tours of facilities within the Air Force Institute and have close-up views of the aircrafts. As they tour the CNC machine rooms, the Directorate of Digital Electronics Artificial Intelligence Workshop, the weapons stand which showcased all forms of ammunition and bullets, including AK-47, CCTV cameras, and drones, among others, as the Air Force personnel entertained questions from the public. Reacting to this development, the Olojudo of Osun, Obolayinka Jokotola, described the initiative as a laudable one that should be sustained. He called on members of the public to support security agents by providing useful information that will help them in combating crimes and protecting the lives and property of the people.
My advice for everyone is that we should keep supporting them, give them information that will assist them. And also, I want to call on the government to also have more interest in the activities of the Air Force, most especially this place.
The Open Day also featured documentaries about the activities and exploits of the force, the various dress codes such as combat utility dress, desert camouflage, physical training uniform, maternity uniform, overall for pilots, engineers, medical uniform, chaplain uniform, and imam uniform, among others. Oluchi Amda, OSBC News.
The federal government has called for an overhaul of the military tactics to address Nigeria's worsening insecurity. The Senate resolved to hold a two-day National Security Summit to brainstorm a solution to the rising wave of killings and other forms of insecurity in the country. The decision followed a motion sponsored by Senator Jimoh Ibrahim at the resumption of plenary following a fresh wave of deadly attacks that claimed the lives of an army captain and a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Borno and Benue states. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in Edo State, Monday Agbonika, has said no fewer than 95 suspected parties have been arrested and charged to court in the past months. Agbonika said this at a press briefing to mark his 1 month as Commissioner of Police in the state. He said the new mode adopted by kidnappers is to use their victims as shields when they are being chased by operatives. Agbonika said that the police are working on introducing other technological assistance in tracking kidnappers without hurting the victims. You are welcome to the sports segment. An international Bright Osai Samuel is on the verge of sealing a return to the English Premier League. Details of the story and some others are presented by John Oyelake.
When we joined Fenerbahce in 2021 after leaving QPR, has been keen on a return to England, and his name resurfaced in connection with Palace during the last transfer window. His current contract with the Turkish giants will expire this summer. Crystal Palace have offered the former Queen's Park Rangers defender a 4.5-year deal worth €4 million per season. Both the players and club have made significant progress in negotiation, with an agreement close to being finalized. Despite Fenerbahce and the club coach Jose Mourinho having made effort to extend his stay at the club, the Super Eagles star looks to part ways with the Istanbul club after Francis and Nevers in 2017. He was fired by Stade Francis for gross misconduct after being accused of sexual assault. The LNR expressed its extreme sadness at the tragic death of the player, adding that tribute will be paid to Razik at all top 14 and second-tier matches this weekend. John Oyelake reporting for OSBC News.
And the foreign and Indian missiles struck several locations across Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Details of this is presented by Esther Adeleke.
Indian officials say the targets were linked to internationally proscribed groups such as Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed organizations, as they have been accused of orchestrating attacks against Indian civilians and security forces. In Pakistan, the response was swift. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif condemned the strikes and praised his country's military response to the strikes. Pakistan's military reported that at least 26 civilians were killed in the Indian airstrikes. Among the dead were students at seminary in Bahawalpur and worshippers at a mosque near a former Lashkar-e-Taiba complex in Murid. In cities across India, civil defense drills have intensified, with air raid sirens echoing through urban centers. Preparations and track the
as the major reports on OSBC TV. I am Odubumi Ajiboye Agbola wishing you a pleasant night.